Hello ladies and gentlemen and everything else in between. I hope you're having a good day, night, or whatever time it is for you. In this video, I'm showing you the insanely cool new exclusive event Halloween tint, and also the new item that will be able to basically give any doodle we want the tint of our choice. This is honestly insane because not only does it change, the way we can get tints, it also changes getting mist tints as well, because all you need to do is get the misprint and then find a pretty common paintbrush item that can be found on any wild doodle. But yeah, let's get into it, I guess. So then, at nearly 2 AM my time today, Wishzy posted a basically poll going over basically how the event tint will work, which is actually on screen right now. It's like a really cool orange and black tint, and I really like it. I'm assuming it'll probably be one tint, but it'll have the phase of the sort of phase effect, because with double tints it's basically kind of like a flash in flash out thing, whereas this one is kind of like it scrolls down. It's cool. It's on a Runut. I really like Runut. But yeah, so basically the poll was this: to differentiate event tints from normal tints, we are thinking about adding event tint paintbrushes. These paintbrushes would be found randomly on wild doodles. You can use these event tint paintbrushes to change any doodle's tint to the event tint. Note, it replaces any current tints your doodle has. You can use the paintbrushes on doodles with or without tints. We could also be adding a tint remover NPC if you regret your decision, though you won't get your paintbrush back. Then the two options were 1 or 2, which you could react with in the Discord, which is 1, I like the paintbrush idea, or 2, event tint should be like normal tints, you have to find a doodle with the event tint in the wild. And then the second one was this: how rare should tint brushes be? 1, rare but easier to obtain with chaining. 2, super rare but easier to obtain with chaining. Rare but can't increase chance to obtain. Or 4, super rare but can't increase chance to obtain. Now a lot of people have gone for 1, so basically I'm assuming that item will maybe be like a 1 in 500, and when you're chaining a doodle that odd will go down. So basically I would imagine the best way to get them is maybe going to Route 1 and just killing a crap ton of bun suite. But yeah, so that's really cool. So the way I think it'll work is there'll be tint brushes and event tint brushes, and event tint brushes will just be found during the event. So for the Halloween event, if you're doing any chaining or whatever, you have a chance to find a Halloween tint brush on a wild doodle, and then with other doodles in the wild, you can just find any tint brush, or it could just be a tint brush that can just be any color. I hope that's not the case, because I just really want to be able to try and find purple tint brushes for all my doodles, because I love the colour purple. But I imagine you can't get double tints with this, and if you can, it's probably the exact same odds as getting one and the other multi-tints. It's just you're gonna have to use a lot of tint brushes if you want one, which, to be fair, I do like the idea of. I love tints, however, if you get a tint that's just on that doodle, you can't it's nothing really special. However, if you have a tint on, let's say, your favorite doodle that you love to use in your team, then that's a different story, because you have the perfect stats and everything on that. You can just use a tint brush, which is why I really love this idea, and I can't wait to see it be implemented next week with the Halloween event, which is when it'll be happening. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm assuming that as well the event tints will be able to be found in the wild, but I'm not expecting that to be the case, but I would also like that to be the case as well, because I'm a hunter. It'd be really cool if I'm hunting for a mist tint one, but at the same time I can just get an event tint brush. But yeah, of course, with all this being said, I hope you're having a good day, night, or whatever time it is for you. See ya.